get a trillion times more pretty. I easily always get a trillion times more pretty. I successfully always get a trillion times more pretty. I effortlessly always get a trillion times more pretty. I constantly get a trillion times more pretty. I easily constantly get a trillion times more pretty. I successfully constantly get a trillion times more pretty. I effortlessly constantly get a trillion times more pretty. I regularly get a trillion times more pretty. I easily regularly get a trillion times more pretty. I successfully regularly get a trillion times more pretty. I effortlessly regularly get a trillion times more pretty. I always get a trillion times more handsome. I easily always get a trillion times more handsome. I successfully always get a trillion times more handsome. I effortlessly always get a trillion times more handsome. I constantly get a trillion times more handsome. I easily constantly get a trillion times more handsome. I successfully constantly get a trillion times more handsome. I effortlessly constantly get a trillion times more handsome. I regularly get a trillion times more handsome. I easily regularly get a trillion times more handsome. I successfully regularly get a trillion times more handsome. I effortlessly regularly get a trillion times more handsome. I always get a trillion times more attractive. I easily always get a trillion times more attractive. I successfully always get a trillion times more attractive. I effortlessly always get a trillion times more attractive. I constantly get a trillion times more attractive. I easily constantly get a trillion times more attractive. I successfully constantly get a trillion times more attractive. I effortlessly constantly get a trillion times more attractive. I regularly get a trillion times more attractive. I easily regularly get a trillion times more attractive. I successfully regularly get a trillion times more attractive. I effortlessly regularly get a trillion times more attractive. I always get a trillion times more good looking. I easily always get a trillion times more good looking. I successfully always get a trillion times more good looking. I effortlessly always get a trillion times more good looking. I constantly get a trillion times more good looking. I easily constantly get a trillion times more good looking. I successfully constantly get a trillion times more good looking. I effortlessly constantly get a trillion times more good looking. I regularly get a trillion times more good looking. I easily regularly get a trillion times more good looking. I successfully regularly get a trillion times more good looking. I effortlessly regularly get a trillion times more good looking. I always get a trillion times more alluring. I easily always get a trillion times more alluring. I successfully always get a trillion times more alluring. I effortlessly always get a trillion times more alluring. I constantly get a trillion times more alluring. I easily constantly get a trillion times more alluring. I successfully constantly get a trillion times more alluring. I effortlessly constantly get a trillion times more alluring. I regularly get a trillion times more alluring. I easily regularly get a trillion times more alluring. I successfully regularly get a trillion times more alluring. I effortlessly regularly get a trillion times more alluring. I always get a trillion times more bewitching. I easily always get a trillion times more bewitching. I successfully always get a trillion times more bewitching. I effortlessly always get a trillion times more bewitching. I constantly get a trillion times more bewitching. I easily constantly get a trillion times more bewitching. I successfully constantly get a trillion times more bewitching. I effortlessly constantly get a trillion times more bewitching. I regularly get a trillion times more bewitching. I regularly get a trillion times more. Bewitching. I successfully regularly get a trillion times more bewitching. I effortlessly regularly get a trillion times more bewitching. I always get a trillion times more stunning. I easily always get a trillion times more stunning. I successfully always get a trillion times more stunning. I effortlessly always get a trillion times more stunning. I constantly get a trillion times more stunning. I easily constantly get a trillion times more stunning. I successfully constantly get a trillion times more stunning. I effortlessly constantly get a trillion times more stunning. I regularly get a trillion times more stunning. I easily regularly get a trillion times more stunning. I successfully regularly get a trillion times more stunning. I effortlessly regularly get a trillion times more stunning. I always get a trillion times more mesmerizing. I easily always get a trillion times more mesmerizing. I successfully always get a trillion times more mesmerizing. I effortlessly always get a trillion times more mesmerizing. I constantly get a trillion times more mesmerizing. I easily constantly get a trillion times more mesmerizing. I successfully constantly get a trillion times more mesmerizing. I effortlessly constantly get a trillion times more mesmerizing. I regularly get a trillion times more mesmerizing. I easily regularly get a trillion times more mesmerizing. I successfully regularly get a trillion times more mesmerizing. I effortlessly regularly get a trillion times more mesmerizing. I always get a trillion times more lovely. I easily always get a trillion times more lovely. I successfully always get a trillion times more lovely. I effortlessly always get a trillion times more lovely. I constantly get a trillion times more lovely. I easily constantly get a trillion times more lovely. I successfully constantly get a trillion times more lovely. I effortlessly constantly get a trillion times more lovely. I regularly get a trillion times more lovely. I easily regularly get a trillion times more lovely. I successfully regularly get a trillion times more lovely. I effortlessly regularly get a trillion times more lovely. I always get a trillion times more angelic. I easily always get a trillion times more angelic. I successfully always get a trillion times more angelic. I effortlessly always get a trillion times more angelic. I constantly get a trillion times more angelic. I easily constantly get a trillion times more angelic. I successfully constantly get a trillion times more angelic. I effortlessly constantly get a trillion times more angelic. I regularly get a trillion times more angelic. I easily regularly get a trillion times more angelic. I successfully regularly get a trillion times more angelic. I effortlessly regularly get a trillion times more angelic. I always get a trillion times more adorable. I easily always get a trillion times more adorable. I successfully always get a trillion times more adorable. I effortlessly always get a trillion times more adorable. I constantly get a trillion times more adorable. I easily constantly get a trillion times more adorable. I successfully constantly get a trillion times more adorable. I effortlessly constantly get a trillion times more adorable. I regularly get a trillion times more adorable. I easily regularly get a trillion times more adorable. I successfully regularly get a trillion times more adorable. I effortlessly regularly get a trillion times more adorable. I always get a trillion times more cute. I easily always get a trillion times more cute. I successfully always get a trillion times more cute. I effortlessly always get a trillion times more cute. I constantly get a trillion times more cute. I easily constantly get a trillion get a trillion times more cute. I successfully regularly get a trillion times more cute. I effortlessly regularly get a trillion times more cute. I always get a trillion times more charming. I easily always get a trillion times more charming. I successfully always get a trillion times more charming. I effortlessly always get a trillion times more charming. I constantly get a trillion times more charming. I easily constantly get a trillion times more charming. I successfully constantly get a trillion times more charming. I effortlessly constantly get a trillion times more charming. I regularly get a trillion times more charming. I easily regularly get a trillion times more charming. I successfully regularly get a trillion times more charming. I effortlessly regularly get a trillion times more charming. I always get a trillion times more charismatic. I easily always get a trillion times more charismatic. I successfully always get a trillion times more charismatic. I effortlessly always get a trillion times more charismatic. I constantly get a trillion times more charismatic. I easily constantly get a trillion times more charismatic. I successfully constantly get a trillion times more charismatic. I effortlessly constantly get a trillion times more charismatic. I regularly get a trillion times more charismatic. I easily regularly get a trillion times more charismatic. I successfully regularly get a trillion times more charismatic. I effortlessly regularly get a trillion times more charismatic. I always get a trillion times more captivating. I easily always get a trillion times more captivating. I successfully always get a trillion times more captivating. I effortlessly always get a trillion times more captivating. I constantly get a trillion times more captivating. I easily constantly get a trillion times more captivating. I successfully constantly get a trillion times more captivating. I effortlessly constantly get a trillion times more captivating. I regularly get a trillion times more captivating. I easily regularly get a trillion times more captivating. I successfully regularly get a trillion times more captivating. I effortlessly regularly get a trillion times more captivating. I always get a trillion times more dazzling. I easily always get a trillion times more dazzling. I successfully always get a trillion times more dazzling. I effortlessly always get a trillion times more dazzling. I constantly get a trillion times more dazzling. I easily constantly get a trillion times more dazzling. I successfully constantly get a trillion times more dazzling. I effortlessly constantly get a trillion times more dazzling. I regularly get a trillion times more dazzling. I easily regularly get a trillion times more dazzling. I successfully regularly get a trillion times more dazzling. I effortlessly regularly get a trillion times more dazzling. I always get a trillion times more fascinating. I easily always get a trillion times more fascinating. I successfully always get a trillion times more fascinating. I effortlessly always get a trillion times more fascinating. I constantly get a trillion times more fascinating. I easily constantly get a trillion times more fascinating. I successfully constantly get a trillion times more fascinating. I effortlessly constantly get a trillion times more fascinating. I regularly get a trillion times more fascinating. I easily regularly get a trillion times more fascinating. I successfully regularly get a trillion times more fascinating. I effortlessly regularly get a trillion times more fascinating. I always get a trillion times more hypnotizing. I easily always get a trillion times more hypnotizing. I successfully always get a trillion times more hypnotizing. I effortlessly always get a trillion times more hypnotizing. I constantly get a trillion times more hypnotizing. I easily constantly get a trillion times more hypnotizing. I successfully constantly get a trillion times more hypnotizing. I effortlessly constantly get a trillion times more hypnotizing. I regularly get a trillion times more hypnotizing. I easily regularly get a trillion times more hypnotizing. I successfully regularly get a trillion times more hypnotizing. I effortlessly regularly get a trillion times more hypnotizing. I always get a trillion times more breathtaking. I easily always get a trillion times more breathtaking. I successfully always get a trillion times more breathtaking. I effortlessly always get a trillion times more breathtaking. I constantly get a trillion times more breathtaking. I easily constantly get a trillion times more breathtaking. I successfully constantly get a trillion times more breathtaking. I effortlessly constantly get a trillion times more breathtaking. I regularly get a trillion times more breathtaking. I easily regularly get a trillion times more breathtaking. I successfully regularly get a trillion times more breathtaking. I effortlessly regularly get a trillion times more breathtaking. I have beautiful eyes. I have very beautiful eyes. I have really beautiful eyes. I have extremely beautiful eyes. I have exceptionally beautiful eyes. I have tremendously beautiful eyes. I have extraordinarily beautiful eyes. I have unbelievably beautiful eyes. I have astronomically beautiful eyes. I have hauntingly beautiful eyes. I have phenomenally beautiful eyes. I have eerily beautiful eyes. I have big eyes. I have very big eyes. I have really big eyes. I have extremely big eyes. I have exceptionally big eyes. I have tremendously big eyes. I have extraordinarily big eyes. I have unbelievably big eyes. I have astronomically beautiful eyes. I have hauntingly big eyes. I have phenomenally big eyes. I have eerily big eyes. I have large eyes. I have very large eyes. I have really large eyes. I have extremely large eyes. I have exceptionally large eyes. I have tremendously large eyes. I have extraordinarily large eyes. I have unbelievably large eyes. I have astronomically large eyes. I have hauntingly large eyes. I have phenomenally large eyes. I have eerily large eyes. I have pretty eyes. I have very pretty eyes. I have really pretty eyes. I have extremely pretty eyes. I have exceptionally pretty eyes. I have tremendously pretty eyes. I have extraordinarily pretty eyes. I have unbelievably pretty eyes. I have astronomically pretty eyes. I have hauntingly pretty eyes. I have phenomenally pretty eyes. I have eerily pretty eyes. I have dazzling eyes. I have very dazzling eyes. I have really dazzling eyes. I have extremely dazzling eyes. I have exceptionally dazzling eyes. I have tremendously dazzling eyes. I have extraordinarily dazzling eyes. I have unbelievably dazzling eyes. I have astronomically dazzling eyes. I have hauntingly dazzling eyes. I have phenomenally dazzling eyes. I have eerily dazzling eyes. I have iridescent eyes. I have very iridescent eyes. I have really iridescent eyes. I have extremely iridescent eyes. I have exceptionally iridescent eyes. I have tremendously iridescent eyes. I have extraordinarily iridescent eyes. I have unbelievably iridescent eyes. I have astronomically iridescent eyes. I have hauntingly iridescent eyes. I have phenomenally iridescent eyes. I have eerily iridescent eyes. I have radiant eyes. I have very radiant eyes. I have really radiant eyes. I have extremely radiant have exceptionally radiant eyes. I have tremendously radiant eyes. I have extraordinarily radiant eyes. I have unbelievably radiant eyes. I have astronomically radiant eyes. I have hauntingly radiant eyes. I have phenomenally radiant eyes. I have eerily radiant eyes. I have mesmerizing eyes. I have very mesmerizing eyes. I have really mesmerizing eyes. I have extremely mesmerizing eyes. I have exceptionally mesmerizing eyes. I have tremendously mesmerizing eyes. I have extraordinarily mesmerizing eyes. I have unbelievably mesmerizing eyes. I have astronomically mesmerizing eyes. I have hauntingly mesmerizing eyes. I have phenomenally mesmerizing eyes. I have eerily mesmerizing eyes. I have hypnotizing eyes. I have very hypnotizing eyes. I have really hypnotizing eyes. I have extremely hypnotizing eyes. I have exceptionally hypnotizing eyes. I have tremendously hypnotizing eyes. I have extraordinarily hypnotizing eyes. I have unbelievably hypnotizing eyes. I have astronomically hypnotizing eyes. I have hauntingly hypnotizing eyes. I have phenomenally hypnotizing eyes. I have eerily hypnotizing eyes. I have beautiful doe eyes. I have very beautiful doe eyes. I have really beautiful doe eyes. I have extremely beautiful doe eyes. I have exceptionally beautiful doe eyes. I have tremendously beautiful doe eyes. I have extraordinarily beautiful doe eyes. I have unbelievably beautiful doe eyes. I have astronomically beautiful doe eyes. I have hauntingly beautiful doe eyes. I have phenomenally beautiful doe eyes. I have eerily beautiful doe eyes. I have big doe eyes. I have very big doe eyes. I have really big doe eyes. I have extremely big doe eyes. I have exceptionally big doe eyes. I have tremendously big doe eyes. I have extraordinarily big doe eyes. I have unbelievably big doe eyes. I have astronomically beautiful doe eyes. I have hauntingly big doe eyes. I have phenomenally big doe eyes. I have eerily big doe eyes. I have large doe eyes. I have very large doe eyes. I have really large doe eyes. I have extremely large doe eyes. I have exceptionally large doe eyes. I have tremendously large doe eyes. I have extraordinarily large doe eyes. I have unbelievably large doe eyes. I have astronomically large doe eyes. I have hauntingly large doe eyes. I have phenomenally large doe eyes. I have eerily large doe eyes. I have pretty doe eyes. I have very pretty doe eyes. I have really pretty doe eyes. I have extremely pretty doe eyes. I have exceptionally pretty doe eyes. I have tremendously pretty doe eyes. I have extraordinarily pretty doe eyes. I have unbelievably pretty doe eyes. I have astronomically pretty doe eyes. I have hauntingly pretty doe eyes. I have phenomenally pretty doe eyes. I have eerily pretty doe eyes. I have dazzling doe eyes. I have very dazzling doe eyes. I have really dazzling doe eyes. I have extremely dazzling doe eyes. I have exceptionally dazzling doe eyes. I have tremendously dazzling doe eyes. I have extraordinarily dazzling doe eyes. I have unbelievably dazzling doe eyes. I have astronomically dazzling doe eyes. I have hauntingly dazzling doe eyes. I have phenomenally dazzling doe eyes. I have eerily dazzling doe eyes. I have iridescent doe eyes. I have very iridescent doe eyes. I have really iridescent doe eyes. I have extremely iridescent doe eyes. I have exceptionally iridescent doe eyes. I have tremendously iridescent doe eyes. I doe eyes. I have unbelievably iridescent doe eyes. I have astronomically iridescent doe eyes. I have hauntingly iridescent doe eyes. I have phenomenally iridescent doe eyes. I have eerily iridescent doe eyes. I have radiant doe eyes. I have very radiant doe eyes. I have really radiant doe eyes. I have extremely radiant doe eyes. I have exceptionally radiant doe eyes. I have tremendously radiant doe eyes. I have extraordinarily radiant doe eyes. I have unbelievably radiant doe eyes. I have astronomically radiant doe eyes. I have hauntingly radiant doe eyes. I have phenomenally radiant doe eyes. I have eerily radiant doe eyes. I have mesmerizing doe eyes. I have very mesmerizing doe eyes. I have really mesmerizing doe eyes. I have extremely mesmerizing doe eyes. I have exceptionally mesmerizing doe eyes. I have tremendously mesmerizing doe eyes. I have extraordinarily mesmerizing doe eyes. I have unbelievably mesmerizing doe eyes. I have astronomically mesmerizing doe eyes. I have hauntingly mesmerizing doe eyes. I have phenomenally mesmerizing doe eyes. I have eerily mesmerizing doe eyes. I have hypnotizing doe eyes. I have very hypnotizing doe eyes. I have really hypnotizing doe eyes. I have extremely hypnotizing doe eyes. I have exceptionally hypnotizing doe eyes. I have tremendously hypnotizing doe eyes. I have extraordinarily hypnotizing doe eyes. I have unbelievably hypnotizing doe eyes. I have astronomically hypnotizing doe eyes. I have hauntingly hypnotizing doe eyes. I have phenomenally hypnotizing doe eyes. I have eerily hypnotizing doe eyes. My eyes get centillion times bigger every nanosecond of the day and every day of the week. My eyes take up 99% of my face. I have my desired eye color. I have big irises. I have very big irises. I have really big irises. I have extremely big irises. I have exceptionally big irises. I have tremendously big irises. I have extraordinarily big irises. I have unbelievably big irises. I have astronomically big irises. I have hauntingly big irises. I have phenomenally big irises. I have eerily big irises. I have large irises. I have very large irises. I have really large irises. I have extremely large irises. I have exceptionally large irises. I have tremendously large irises. I have extraordinarily large irises. I have unbelievably large irises. I have astronomically large irises. I have hauntingly large irises. I have phenomenally large irises. I have eerily large irises. My eyelashes always get 1,000,000,000,000 times longer. My eyelashes easily always get 1,000,000,000,000 times longer. My eyelashes successfully always get 1,000,000,000,000 times longer. My eyelashes effortlessly always get 1,000,000,000,000 times longer. My eyelashes constantly get 1,000,000,000,000 times longer. My eyelashes easily constantly get 1,000,000,000,000 times longer. My eyelashes successfully constantly get 1,000,000,000,000 times longer. My eyelashes effortlessly constantly get 1,000,000,000,000 times longer. My eyelashes regularly get 1,000,000,000,000 times longer. My eyelashes easily regularly get 1,000,000,000,000 times longer. My eyelashes successfully regularly get 1,000,000,000,000 times longer. My eyelashes effortlessly regularly get 1,000,000,000,000 times longer. I have long outer corner lashes. I successfully have long outer corner lashes. I easily have long outer corner lashes. I effortlessly have long outer corner lashes. I have extremely long outer corner lashes. I successfully have extremely long outer corner lashes. I easily have extremely long outer corner lashes. I effortlessly have extremely long outer corner lashes. I have insanely long outer corner lashes. I successfully have insanely long outer corner lashes. I easily have insanely long outer corner lashes. I effortlessly have insanely long outer corner lashes. I have amazingly long outer corner lashes. I successfully have amazingly long outer corner lashes. I easily have amazingly long outer corner lashes. I effortlessly have amazingly long outer corner lashes. I have incredibly long outer corner lashes. I successfully have incredibly long outer corner lashes. I easily have incredibly long outer corner lashes. I effortlessly have incredibly long outer corner lashes. I have astonishingly long outer corner lashes. I successfully have astonishingly long outer corner lashes. I easily have astonishingly long outer corner lashes. I effortlessly have astonishingly long outer corner lashes. I have astoundingly long outer corner lashes. I successfully have astoundingly long outer corner lashes. I easily have astoundingly long outer corner lashes. I effortlessly have astoundingly long outer corner lashes. I have surprisingly long outer corner lashes. I successfully have surprisingly long outer corner lashes. I easily have surprisingly long outer corner lashes. I effortlessly have surprisingly long outer corner lashes. I have exceptionally long outer corner lashes. I successfully have exceptionally long outer corner lashes. I easily have exceptionally long outer corner lashes. I effortlessly have exceptionally long outer corner lashes. I have phenomenally long outer corner lashes. I successfully have phenomenally long outer corner lashes. I easily have phenomenally long outer corner lashes. I effortlessly have phenomenally long outer corner lashes. I have extraordinarily long outer corner lashes. I successfully have extraordinarily long outer corner lashes. I easily have extraordinarily long outer corner lashes. I effortlessly have extraordinarily long outer corner lashes. I have unbelievably long outer corner lashes. I successfully have unbelievably long outer corner lashes. I easily have unbelievably long outer corner lashes. I effortlessly have unbelievably long outer corner lashes. I have astronomically long outer corner lashes. I successfully have astronomically long outer corner lashes. I easily have astronomically long outer corner lashes. I effortlessly have astronomically long outer corner lashes. I have hauntingly long outer corner lashes. I successfully have hauntingly long outer corner lashes. I easily have hauntingly long outer corner lashes. I effortlessly have hauntingly long outer corner lashes. I have phenomenally long outer corner lashes. I successfully have phenomenally long outer corner lashes. I easily have phenomenally long outer corner lashes. I effortlessly have phenomenally long outer corner lashes. I have eerily long outer corner lashes. I successfully have eerily long outer corner lashes. I easily have eerily long outer corner lashes. I effortlessly have eerily long outer corner lashes. I have long lower lashes. I successfully have long lower lashes. I easily have long lower lashes. I effortlessly have long lower lashes. I have extremely long lower lashes. I successfully have extremely long lower lashes. I easily have extremely long lower lashes. I effortlessly have extremely long lower lashes. I have insanely long lower lashes. I successfully have insanely long lower lashes. I easily have insanely long lower lashes. I effortlessly have insanely long lower lashes. I have amazingly long lower lashes. I successfully have amazingly long lower lashes. I easily have amazingly long lower lashes. I effortlessly effortlessly have amazingly long lower lashes. I have incredibly long lower lashes. I successfully have incredibly long lower lashes. I easily have incredibly long lower lashes. I effortlessly have incredibly long lower lashes. I have astonishingly long lower lashes. I successfully have astonishingly long lower lashes. I easily have astonishingly long lower lashes. I effortlessly have astonishingly long lower lashes. I have astoundingly long lower lashes. I successfully have astoundingly long lower lashes. I easily have astoundingly long lower lashes. I effortlessly have astoundingly long lower lashes. I have surprisingly long lower lashes. I successfully have surprisingly long lower lashes. I easily have surprisingly long lower lashes. I effortlessly have surprisingly long lower lashes. I have exceptionally long lower lashes. I successfully have exceptionally long lower lashes. I easily have exceptionally long lower lashes. I effortlessly have exceptionally long lower lashes. I have phenomenally long lower lashes. I successfully have phenomenally long lower lashes. I easily have phenomenally long lower lashes. I effortlessly have phenomenally long lower lashes. I have extraordinarily long lower lashes. I successfully have extraordinarily long lower lashes. I easily have extraordinarily long lower lashes. I effortlessly have extraordinarily long lower lashes. I have unbelievably long lower lashes. I successfully have unbelievably long lower lashes. I easily have unbelievably long lower lashes. I effortlessly have unbelievably long lower lashes. I have astronomically long lower lashes. I successfully have astronomically long lower lashes. I easily have astronomically long lower lashes. I effortlessly have astronomically long lower lashes. I have hauntingly long lower lashes. I successfully have hauntingly long lower lashes. I easily have hauntingly long lower lashes. I effortlessly have hauntingly long lower lashes. I have phenomenally long lower lashes. I successfully have phenomenally long lower lashes. I easily have phenomenally long lower lashes. I effortlessly have phenomenally long lower lashes. I have eerily long lower lashes. I successfully have eerily long lower lashes. I easily have eerily long lower lashes. I effortlessly have eerily long lower lashes. My nose always shrinks. My nose easily always shrinks. My nose successfully always shrinks. My nose effortlessly always shrinks. My nose constantly shrinks. My nose easily constantly shrinks. My nose successfully constantly shrinks. My nose effortlessly constantly shrinks. My nose regularly shrinks. My nose easily regularly shrinks. My nose successfully regularly shrinks. My nose effortlessly regularly shrinks. I have an extremely small nose. I have an insanely small nose. I have an amazingly small nose. I have an incredibly small nose. I have an astonishingly small nose. I have an astoundingly small nose. I have a surprisingly small nose. I have an exceptionally small nose. I have a phenomenally small nose. I have an extraordinarily small nose. I have an unbelievably small nose. I have an astronomically small nose. I have a hauntingly small nose. I have a phenomenally small nose. I have an eerily small nose. I have an extremely tiny nose. I have an insanely tiny nose. I have an amazingly tiny nose. I have an incredibly tiny nose. I have an astonishingly tiny nose. I have an astoundingly tiny nose. I have a surprisingly tiny nose. I have an exceptionally tiny nose. I have a phenomenally tiny nose. I have an extraordinarily tiny nose. I have an unbelievably tiny nose. I have an astronomically tiny nose. I have a hauntingly tiny nose. I have a phenomenally tiny nose. I have an eerily tiny nose. I have an extremely microscopic nose. I have an insanely microscopic nose. I have an amazingly microscopic nose. I have an incredibly microscopic nose. I have an astonishingly microscopic nose. I have an astoundingly microscopic nose. I have a surprisingly microscopic nose. I have an exceptionally microscopic nose. I have a phenomenally microscopic nose. I have an extraordinarily microscopic nose. I have an unbelievably microscopic nose. I have an astronomically microscopic nose. I have a hauntingly microscopic nose. I have a phenomenally microscopic nose. I have an eerily microscopic nose. Natural beauty enhancer benefits. I am the prettiest person in the neighborhood. I am the prettiest person in town. I am the prettiest person in the city. I am the prettiest person in the country. I am the prettiest person in the continent. I am the prettiest person in the world. I am the prettiest person on the planet. I am the prettiest person on Earth. I am the prettiest person in the solar system. I am the prettiest person in the galaxy. I successfully am the prettiest person in the neighborhood. I successfully am the prettiest person in town. I successfully am the prettiest person in the city. I successfully am the prettiest person in the country. I successfully am the prettiest person in the continent. I successfully am the prettiest person in the world. I successfully am the prettiest person on the planet. I successfully am the prettiest person on Earth. I successfully am the prettiest person in the solar system. I successfully am the prettiest person in the galaxy. I easily am the prettiest person in the neighborhood. I easily am the prettiest person in town. I easily am the prettiest person in the city. I easily am the prettiest person in the country. I easily am the prettiest person in the continent. I easily am the prettiest person in the world. I easily am the prettiest person on the planet. I easily am the prettiest person on Earth. I easily am the prettiest person in the solar system. I easily am the prettiest person in the galaxy. I effortlessly am the prettiest person in the neighborhood. I effortlessly am the prettiest person in town. I effortlessly am the prettiest person in the city. I effortlessly am the prettiest person in the country. I effortlessly am the prettiest person in the continent. I effortlessly am the prettiest person in the world. I effortlessly am the prettiest person on the planet. I effortlessly am the prettiest person on Earth. I effortlessly am the prettiest person in the solar system. I effortlessly am the prettiest person in the galaxy. I am the most handsome person in the neighborhood. I am the most handsome person in town. I am the most handsome person in the city. I am the most handsome person in the country. I am the most handsome person in the continent. I am the most handsome person in the world. I am the most handsome person on the planet. I am the most handsome person on Earth. I am the most handsome person in the solar system. I am the most handsome person in the galaxy. I successfully am the most handsome person in the neighborhood. I successfully am the most handsome person in town. I successfully am the most handsome person in the city. I successfully am the most handsome person in the country. I successfully am the most handsome person in the continent. I successfully am the most handsome person in the world. I successfully am the most handsome person on the planet. I successfully am the most handsome person on Earth. I successfully am the most handsome person in the solar system. I successfully am the most handsome person in the galaxy. I easily am the most handsome person in the neighborhood. I easily am the most handsome person in town. I easily am the most handsome person in the city. I easily am the most handsome person in the country. I easily am the most handsome person in the continent. I easily am the most handsome person in the world. I easily am the most handsome person on the planet. I easily am the most handsome person on Earth. I easily am the most handsome person in the solar system. I easily am the most handsome person in the galaxy. I effortlessly am the most handsome person in the neighborhood. I effortlessly am the most handsome person in town. I effortlessly am the most handsome person in the city. I effortlessly am the most handsome person in the country. I effortlessly am the most handsome person in the continent. I effortlessly am the most handsome person in the world. I effortlessly am the most handsome person on the planet. I effortlessly am the most handsome person on Earth. I effortlessly am the most handsome person in the solar system. I effortlessly am the most handsome person in the galaxy. I am the most attractive person in the neighborhood. I am the most attractive person in town. I am the most attractive person in the city. I am the most attractive person in the country. I am the most attractive person in the continent. I am the most attractive person in the world. I am the most attractive person on the planet. I am the most attractive person on Earth. I am the most attractive person in the solar system. I am the most attractive person in the galaxy. I successfully am the most attractive person in the neighborhood. I successfully am the most attractive person in town. I successfully am the most attractive person in the city. I successfully am the most attractive person in the country. I successfully am the most attractive person in the continent. I successfully am the most attractive person in the world. I successfully am the most attractive person on the planet. I successfully am the most attractive person on Earth. I successfully am the most attractive person in the solar system. I successfully am the most attractive person in the galaxy. I easily am the most attractive person in the neighborhood. I easily am the most attractive person in town. I easily am the most attractive person in the city. I easily am the most attractive person in the country. I easily am the most attractive person in the continent. I easily am the most attractive person in the world. I easily am the most attractive person on the planet. I easily am the most attractive person on Earth. I easily am the most attractive person in the solar system. I easily am the most attractive person in the galaxy. I effortlessly am the most attractive person in the neighborhood. I effortlessly am the most attractive person in town. I effortlessly am the most attractive person in the city. I effortlessly am the most attractive person in the country. I effortlessly am the most attractive person in the continent. I effortlessly am the most attractive person in the world. I effortlessly am the most attractive person on the planet. I effortlessly am the most attractive person on Earth. I effortlessly am the most attractive person in the solar system. I effortlessly am the most attractive person in the galaxy. I am the most good-looking person in the neighborhood. I am the most good-looking person in town. I am the most good-looking person in the city. I am the most good-looking person in the country. I am the most good-looking person in the continent. I am the most good-looking person in the world. I am the most good-looking person on the planet. I am the most good-looking person on Earth. I am the most good-looking person in the solar system. I am the most good-looking person in the galaxy. I successfully am the most good-looking person in the neighborhood. I successfully am the most good-looking person in town. I successfully am the most good-looking person in the city. I successfully am the most good-looking person in the country. I successfully am the most good-looking person in the continent. I successfully am the most good-looking person in the world. I successfully am the most good-looking person on the planet. I successfully am the most good-looking person on Earth. I successfully am the most good-looking person in the solar system. I successfully am the most good-looking person in the galaxy. I easily am the most good-looking person in the neighborhood. I easily am the most good-looking person in town. I easily am the most good-looking person in the city. I easily am the most good-looking person in the country. I easily am the most good-looking person in the continent. I easily am the most good-looking person in the world. I easily am the most good-looking person on the planet. I easily am the most good-looking person on Earth. I easily am the most good-looking person in the solar system. I easily am the most good-looking person in the galaxy. I effortlessly am the most good-looking person in the neighborhood. I effortlessly am the most good-looking person in town. I effortlessly am the most good-looking person in the city. I effortlessly am the most good-looking person in the country. I effortlessly am the most good-looking person in the continent. I effortlessly am the most good-looking person in the world. I effortlessly am the most good-looking person on the planet. I effortlessly am the most good-looking person on Earth. I effortlessly am the most good-looking person in the solar system. I effortlessly am the most good-looking person in the galaxy. I am the most alluring person in the neighborhood. I am the most alluring person in town. I am the most alluring person in the city. I am the most alluring person in the country. I am the most alluring person in the continent. I am the most alluring person in the world. I am the most alluring person on the planet. I am the most alluring person on Earth. I am the most alluring person in the solar system. I am the most alluring person in the galaxy. I successfully am the most alluring person in the neighborhood. I successfully am the most alluring person in town. I successfully am the most alluring person in the city. I successfully am the most alluring person in the country. I successfully am the most alluring person in the continent. I successfully am the most alluring person in the world. I successfully am the most alluring person on the planet. I successfully am the most alluring person on Earth. I successfully am the most alluring person in the solar system. I successfully am the most alluring person in the galaxy. I easily am the most alluring person in the neighborhood. I easily am the most alluring person in town. I easily am the most alluring person in the city. I easily am the most alluring person in the country. I easily am the most alluring person in the continent. I easily am the most alluring person in the world. I easily am the most alluring person on the planet. I easily am the most alluring person on Earth. I easily am the most alluring person in the solar system. I easily am the most alluring person in the galaxy. I effortlessly am the most alluring person in the neighborhood. I effortlessly am the most alluring person in town. I effortlessly am the most alluring person in the city. I effortlessly am the most alluring person in the country. I effortlessly am the most alluring person in the continent. I effortlessly am the most alluring person in the world. I effortlessly am the most alluring person on the planet. I effortlessly am the most alluring person on Earth. I effortlessly am the most alluring person in the solar system. I effortlessly am the most alluring person in the galaxy. I am the most mesmerizing person in the neighborhood. I am the most mesmerizing person in town. I am the most mesmerizing person in the city. I am the most mesmerizing person in the country. I am the most mesmerizing person in the continent. I am the most mesmerizing person in the world. I am the most mesmerizing person on the planet. I am the most mesmerizing person on Earth. I am the most mesmerizing person in the solar system. I am the most mesmerizing person in the galaxy. I successfully am the most mesmerizing person in the neighborhood. I successfully am the most mesmerizing person in town. I successfully am the most mesmerizing person in the city. I successfully am the most mesmerizing person in the country. I successfully am the most mesmerizing person in the continent. I successfully am the most mesmerizing person in the world. I successfully am the most mesmerizing person on the planet. I successfully am the most mesmerizing person on Earth. I successfully am the most mesmerizing person in the solar system. I successfully am the most mesmerizing person in the galaxy. I easily am the most mesmerizing person in the neighborhood. I easily am the most mesmerizing person in town. I easily am the most mesmerizing person in the city. I easily am the most mesmerizing person in the country. I easily am the most mesmerizing person in the continent. I easily am the most mesmerizing person in the world. I easily am the most mesmerizing person on the planet. I easily am the most mesmerizing person on Earth. I easily am the most mesmerizing person in the solar system. I easily am the most mesmerizing person in the galaxy. I effortlessly am the most mesmerizing person in the neighborhood. I effortlessly am the most mesmerizing person in town. I effortlessly am the most mesmerizing person in the city. I effortlessly am the most mesmerizing person in the country. I effortlessly am the most mesmerizing person in the continent. I effortlessly am the most mesmerizing person in the world. I effortlessly am the most mesmerizing person on the planet. I effortlessly am the most mesmerizing person on Earth. I effortlessly am the most mesmerizing person in the solar system. I effortlessly am the most mesmerizing person in the galaxy. I am the most charming person in the neighborhood. I am the most charming person in town. I am the most charming person in the city. I am the most charming person in the country. I am the most charming person in the continent. I am the most charming person in the world. I am the most charming person on the planet. I am the most charming person on Earth. I am the most charming person in the solar system. I am the most charming person in the galaxy. I successfully am the most charming person in the neighborhood. I successfully am the most charming person in town. I successfully am the most charming person in the city. I successfully am the most charming person in the country. I successfully am the most charming person in the continent. I successfully am the most charming person in the world. I successfully am the most charming person on the planet. I successfully am the most charming person on Earth. I successfully am the most charming person in the solar system. I successfully am the most charming person in the galaxy. I easily am the most charming person in the neighborhood. I easily am the most charming person in town. I easily am the most charming person in the city. I easily am the most charming person in the country. I easily am the most charming person in the continent. I easily am the most charming person in the world. I easily am the most charming person on the planet. I easily am the most charming person on Earth. I easily am the most charming person in the solar system. I easily am the most charming person in the galaxy. I effortlessly am the most charming person in the neighborhood. I effortlessly am the most charming person in town. I effortlessly am the most charming person in the city. I effortlessly am the most charming person in the country. I effortlessly am the most charming person in the continent. I effortlessly am the most charming person in the world. I effortlessly am the most charming person on the planet. I effortlessly am the most charming person on Earth. I effortlessly am the most charming person in the solar system. I effortlessly am the most charming person in the galaxy. I town. I am the most charismatic person in the city. I am the most charismatic person in the country. I am the most charismatic person in the continent. I am the most charismatic person in the world. I am the most charismatic person on the planet. I am the most charismatic person on Earth. I am the most charismatic person in the solar system. I am the most charismatic person in the galaxy. I successfully am the most charismatic person in the neighborhood. I successfully am the most charismatic person in town. I successfully am the most charismatic person in the city. I successfully am the most charismatic person in the country. I successfully am the most charismatic person in the continent. I successfully am the most charismatic person in the world. I successfully am the most charismatic person on the planet. I successfully am the most charismatic person on Earth. I successfully am the most charismatic person in the solar system. I successfully am the most charismatic person in the galaxy. I easily am the most charismatic person in the neighborhood. I easily am the most charismatic person in town. I easily am the most charismatic person in the city. I easily am the most charismatic person in the country. I easily am the most charismatic person in the continent. I easily am the most charismatic person in the world. I easily am the most charismatic person on the planet. I easily am the most charismatic person on Earth. I easily am the most charismatic person in the solar system. I easily am the most charismatic person in the galaxy. I effortlessly am the most charismatic person in the neighborhood. I effortlessly am the most charismatic person in town. I effortlessly am the most charismatic person in the city. I effortlessly am the most charismatic person in the country. I effortlessly am the most charismatic person in the continent. I effortlessly am the most charismatic person in the world. I effortlessly am the most charismatic person on the planet. I effortlessly am the most charismatic person on Earth. I effortlessly am the most charismatic person in the solar system. I effortlessly am the most charismatic person in the galaxy. I am the most captivating person in the neighborhood. I am the most captivating person in town. I am the most captivating person in the city. I am the most captivating person in the country. I am the most captivating person in the continent. I am the most captivating person in the world. I am the most captivating person on the planet. I am the most captivating person on Earth. I am the most captivating person in the solar system. I am the most captivating person in the galaxy. I successfully am the most captivating person in the neighborhood. I successfully am the most captivating person in town. I successfully am the most captivating person in the city. I successfully am the most captivating person in the country. I successfully am the most captivating person in the continent. I successfully am the most captivating person in the world. I successfully am the most captivating person on the planet. I successfully am the most captivating person on Earth. I successfully am the most captivating person in the solar system. I successfully am the most captivating person in the galaxy. I easily am the most captivating person in the neighborhood. I easily am the most captivating person in town. I easily am the most captivating person in the city. I easily am the most captivating person in the country. I easily am the most captivating person in the continent. I easily am the most captivating person in the world. I easily am the most captivating person on the planet. I easily am the most captivating person on Earth. I easily am the most captivating person in the solar system. I easily am the most captivating person in the galaxy. I effortlessly am the most captivating person in the neighborhood. I easily am the most captivating person in town. I effortlessly am the most captivating person in the city. I effortlessly am the most captivating person in the country. I effortlessly am the most captivating person in the continent. I effortlessly am the most captivating person in the world. I effortlessly am the most captivating person on the planet. I effortlessly am the most captivating person on Earth. I effortlessly am the most captivating person in the solar system. I effortlessly am the most captivating person in the galaxy. I am the most dazzling person in the neighborhood. I am the most dazzling person in town. I am the most dazzling person in the city. I am the most dazzling person in the country. I am the most dazzling person in the continent. I am the most dazzling person in the world. I am the most dazzling person on the planet. I am the most dazzling person on Earth. I am the most dazzling person in the solar system. I am the most dazzling person in the galaxy. I successfully am the most dazzling person in the neighborhood. I successfully am the most dazzling person in town. I successfully am the most dazzling person in the city. I successfully am the most dazzling person in the country. I successfully am the most dazzling person in the continent. I successfully am the most dazzling person in the world. I successfully am the most dazzling person on the planet. I successfully am the most dazzling person on Earth. I successfully am the most dazzling person in the solar system. I successfully am the most dazzling person in the galaxy. I easily am the most dazzling person in the neighborhood. I easily am the most dazzling person in town. I easily am the most dazzling person in the city. I easily am the most dazzling person in the country. I easily am the most dazzling person in the continent. I easily am the most dazzling person in the world. I easily am the most dazzling person on the planet. I easily am the most dazzling person on Earth. I easily am the most dazzling person in the solar system. I easily am the most dazzling person in the galaxy. I effortlessly am the most dazzling person in the neighborhood. I effortlessly am the most dazzling person in town. I effortlessly am the most dazzling person in the city. I effortlessly am the most dazzling person in the country. I effortlessly am the most dazzling person in the continent. I effortlessly am the most dazzling person in the world. I effortlessly am the most dazzling person on the planet. I effortlessly am the most dazzling person on Earth. I effortlessly am the most dazzling person in the solar system. I effortlessly am the most dazzling person in the galaxy. I am the most fascinating person in the neighborhood. I am the most fascinating person in town. I am the most fascinating person in the city. I am the most fascinating person in the country. I am the most fascinating person in the continent. I am the most fascinating person in the world. I am the most fascinating person on the planet. I am the most fascinating person on Earth. I am the most fascinating person in the solar system. I am the most fascinating person in the galaxy. I successfully am the most fascinating person in the neighborhood. I successfully am the most fascinating person in town. I successfully am the most fascinating person in the city. I successfully am the most fascinating person in the country. I successfully am the most fascinating person in the continent. I successfully am the most fascinating person in the world. I successfully am the most fascinating person on the planet. I successfully am the most fascinating person on Earth. I successfully am the most fascinating person in the solar system. I successfully am the most fascinating person in the galaxy. I easily am the most fascinating person in the neighborhood. I easily am the most fascinating person in town. I easily am the most fascinating person in the city. I easily am the most fascinating person in the country. person on the planet. I easily am the most fascinating person on Earth. I easily am the most fascinating person in the solar system. I easily am the most fascinating person in the galaxy. I effortlessly am the most fascinating person in the neighborhood. I effortlessly am the most fascinating person in town. I effortlessly am the most fascinating person in the city. I effortlessly am the most fascinating person in the country. I effortlessly am the most fascinating person in the continent. I effortlessly am the most fascinating person in the world. I effortlessly am the most fascinating person on the planet. I effortlessly am the most fascinating person on Earth. I effortlessly am the most fascinating person in the solar system. I effortlessly am the most fascinating person in the galaxy. I am the most hypnotizing person in the neighborhood. I am the most hypnotizing person in town. I am the most hypnotizing person in the city. I am the most hypnotizing person in the country. I am the most hypnotizing person in the continent. I am the most hypnotizing person in the world. I am the most hypnotizing person on the planet. I am the most hypnotizing person on Earth. I am the most hypnotizing person in the solar system. I am the most hypnotizing person in the galaxy. I successfully am the most hypnotizing person in the neighborhood. I successfully am the most hypnotizing person in town. I successfully am the most hypnotizing person in the city. I successfully am the most hypnotizing person in the country. I successfully am the most hypnotizing person in the continent. I successfully am the most hypnotizing person in the world. I successfully am the most hypnotizing person on the planet. I successfully am the most hypnotizing person on Earth. I successfully am the most hypnotizing person in the solar system. I successfully am the most hypnotizing person in the galaxy. I easily am the most hypnotizing person in the neighborhood. I easily am the most hypnotizing person in town. I easily am the most hypnotizing person in the city. I easily am the most hypnotizing person in the country. I easily am the most hypnotizing person in the continent. I easily am the most hypnotizing person in the world. I easily am the most hypnotizing person on the planet. I easily am the most hypnotizing person on Earth. I easily am the most hypnotizing person in the solar system. I easily am the most hypnotizing person in the galaxy. I effortlessly am the most hypnotizing person in the neighborhood. I effortlessly am the most hypnotizing person in town. I effortlessly am the most hypnotizing person in the city. I effortlessly am the most hypnotizing person in the country. I effortlessly am the most hypnotizing person in the continent. I effortlessly am the most hypnotizing person in the world. I effortlessly am the most hypnotizing person on the planet. I effortlessly am the most hypnotizing person on Earth. I effortlessly am the most hypnotizing person in the solar system. I effortlessly am the most hypnotizing person in the galaxy. I am the most breathtaking person in the neighborhood. I am the most breathtaking person in town. I am the most breathtaking person in the city. I am the most breathtaking person in the country. I am the most breathtaking person in the continent. I am the most breathtaking person in the world. I am the most breathtaking person on the planet. I am the most breathtaking person on Earth. I am the most breathtaking person in the solar system. I am the most breathtaking person in the galaxy. I successfully am the most breathtaking person in the neighborhood. I successfully am the most breathtaking person in town. I successfully am the most breathtaking person in the city. I successfully am the most breathtaking person in the country. I successfully am the most breathtaking person in the continent. I successfully am the most breathtaking person in successfully am the most breathtaking person on the planet. I successfully am the most breathtaking person on Earth. I successfully am the most breathtaking person in the solar system. I successfully am the most breathtaking person in the galaxy. I easily am the most breathtaking person in the neighborhood. I easily am the most breathtaking person in town. I easily am the most breathtaking person in the city. I easily am the most breathtaking person in the country. I easily am the most breathtaking person in the continent. I easily am the most breathtaking person in the world. I easily am the most breathtaking person on the planet. I easily am the most breathtaking person on Earth. I easily am the most breathtaking person in the solar system. I easily am the most breathtaking person in the galaxy. I effortlessly am the most breathtaking person in the neighborhood. I effortlessly am the most breathtaking person in town. I effortlessly am the most breathtaking person in the city. I effortlessly am the most breathtaking person in the country. I effortlessly am the most breathtaking person in the continent. I effortlessly am the most breathtaking person in the world. I effortlessly am the most breathtaking person on the planet. I effortlessly am the most breathtaking person on Earth. I effortlessly am the most breathtaking person in the solar system. I effortlessly am the most breathtaking person in the galaxy. I have my desired head. I successfully have my desired head. I easily have my desired head. I effortlessly have my desired head. I have my desired head shape. I successfully have my desired head shape. I easily have my desired head shape. I effortlessly have my desired head shape. I have my desired forehead. I successfully have my desired forehead. I easily have my desired forehead. I effortlessly have my desired forehead. I have my desired forehead length. I successfully have my desired forehead length. I easily have my desired forehead length. I effortlessly have my desired forehead length. I have my desired hairline. I successfully have my desired hairline. I easily have my desired hairline. I effortlessly have my desired hairline. I have my desired hair. I successfully have my desired hair. I easily have my desired hair. I effortlessly have my desired hair. I have my desired hair length. I successfully have my desired hair length. I easily have my desired hair length. I effortlessly have my desired hair length. I have my desired hair thickness. I successfully have my desired hair thickness. I easily have my desired hair thickness. I effortlessly have my desired hair thickness. I have my desired hair color. I successfully have my desired hair color. I easily have my desired hair color. I effortlessly have my desired hair color. I have my desired eyebrows. I successfully have my desired eyebrows. I easily have my desired eyebrows. I effortlessly have my desired eyebrows. I have my desired eyebrow thickness. I successfully have my desired eyebrow thickness. I easily have my desired eyebrow thickness. I effortlessly have my desired eyebrow thickness. I have my desired eyelashes. I successfully have my desired eyelashes. I easily have my desired eyelashes. I effortlessly have my desired eyelashes. I have my desired eyelash length. I successfully have my desired eyelash length. I easily have my desired eyelash length. I effortlessly have my desired eyelash length. I have my desired eyes. I successfully have my desired eyes. I easily have my desired eyes. I effortlessly have my desired eyes. I have my desired eye size. I successfully have my desired eye size. I easily have my desired eye size. I effortlessly have my desired eye size. I have my desired irises. I successfully have my desired irises. I easily have my desired irises. I effortlessly have my desired desired irises. I have my desired iris size. I successfully have my desired iris size. I easily have my desired iris size. I effortlessly have my desired iris size. I have my desired nose. I successfully have my desired nose. I easily have my desired nose. I effortlessly have my desired nose. I have my desired nose size. I successfully have my desired nose size. I easily have my desired nose size. I effortlessly have my desired nose size. I have my desired nose width. I successfully have my desired nose width. I easily have my desired nose width. I effortlessly have my desired nose width. I successfully have my desired nose length. I easily have my desired nose length. I effortlessly have my desired nose length. I have my desired ears. I successfully have my desired ears. I easily have my desired ears. I effortlessly have my desired ears. I have my desired ear size. I successfully have my desired ear size. I easily have my desired ear size. I effortlessly have my desired ear size. I have my desired cheeks. I successfully have my desired cheeks. I easily have my desired cheeks. I effortlessly have my desired cheeks. I have my desired mouth. I successfully have my desired mouth. I easily have my desired mouth. I effortlessly have my desired mouth. I have my desired lips. I successfully have my desired lips. I easily have my desired lips. I effortlessly have my desired lips. I have my desired teeth. I successfully have my desired teeth. I easily have my desired teeth. I effortlessly have my desired teeth. I have my desired tongue. I successfully have my desired tongue. I easily have my desired tongue. I effortlessly have my desired tongue. I have my desired chin. I successfully have my desired chin. I easily have my desired chin. I effortlessly have my desired chin. I have my desired jaw. I successfully have my desired jaw. I easily have my desired jaw. I effortlessly have my desired jaw. I have my desired jawline. I successfully have my desired jawline. I easily have my desired jawline. I effortlessly have my desired jawline. I have my desired neck. I successfully have my desired neck. I easily have my desired neck. I effortlessly have my desired neck. I have my desired shoulders. I successfully have my desired shoulders. I easily have my desired shoulders. I effortlessly have my desired shoulders. I have my desired arms. I successfully have my desired arms. I easily have my desired arms. I effortlessly have my desired arms. I have my desired arm length. I successfully have my desired arm length. I easily have my desired arm length. I effortlessly have my desired arm length. I have my desired forearm. I successfully have my desired forearm. I easily have my desired forearm. I effortlessly have my desired forearm. I have my desired wrists. I successfully have my desired wrists. I easily have my desired wrists. I effortlessly have my desired wrists. I have my desired hands. I successfully have my desired hands. I easily have my desired hands. I effortlessly have my desired hands. I have my desired hand size. I successfully have my desired hand size. I easily have my desired hand size. I effortlessly have my desired hand size. I have my desired palms. I successfully have my desired palms. I easily have my desired palms. I effortlessly have my desired palms. I have my desired fingers. I successfully have my desired fingers. I easily have my desired fingers. I effortlessly have my desired fingers. I have my desired finger length. I successfully have my desired finger length. I easily have my desired finger length. I effortlessly have my desired finger length. I have my desired nails. I successfully have my desired nails. I easily have my desired nails. I effortlessly have my desired nails. I have my desired torso. successfully have my desired torso. I easily have my desired torso. I effortlessly have my desired torso. I have my desired torso length. I successfully have my desired torso length. I easily have my desired torso length. I effortlessly have my desired torso length. I have my desired waist. I successfully have my desired waist. I easily have my desired waist. I effortlessly have my desired waist. I have my desired waist size. I successfully have my desired waist size. I easily have my desired waist size. I effortlessly have my desired waist size. I have my desired hips. I successfully have my desired hips. I easily have my desired hips. I effortlessly have my desired hips. I have my desired hip size. I successfully have my desired hip size. I easily have my desired hip size. I effortlessly have my desired hip size. I have my desired legs. I successfully have my desired legs. I easily have my desired legs. I effortlessly have my desired legs. I have my desired leg length. I successfully have my desired leg length. I easily have my desired leg length. I effortlessly have my desired leg length. I have my desired thighs. I successfully have my desired thighs. I easily have my desired thighs. I effortlessly have my desired thighs. I have my desired thigh size. I successfully have my desired thigh size. I easily have my desired thigh size. I effortlessly have my desired thigh size. I have my desired knees. I successfully have my desired knees. I easily have my desired knees. I effortlessly have my desired knees. I have my desired shins. I successfully have my desired shins. I easily have my desired shins. I effortlessly have my desired shins. I have my desired calves. I successfully have my desired calves. I easily have my desired calves. I effortlessly have my desired calves. I have my desired ankles. I successfully have my desired ankles. I easily have my desired ankles. I effortlessly have my desired ankles. I have my desired feet. I successfully have my desired feet. I easily have my desired feet. I effortlessly have my desired feet. I have my desired toes. I successfully have my desired toes. I easily have my desired toes. I effortlessly have my desired toes. Ideal face benefits. I have my ideal head. I successfully have my ideal head. I easily have my ideal head. I effortlessly have my ideal head. I have my ideal head shape. I successfully have my ideal head shape. I easily have my ideal head shape. I effortlessly have my ideal head shape. I have my ideal forehead. I successfully have my ideal forehead. I easily have my ideal forehead. I effortlessly have my ideal forehead. I have my ideal forehead length. I successfully have my ideal forehead length. I easily have my ideal forehead length. I effortlessly have my ideal forehead length. I have my ideal hairline. I successfully have my ideal hairline. I easily have my ideal hairline. I effortlessly have my ideal hairline. I have my ideal hair. I successfully have my ideal hair. I easily have my ideal hair. I effortlessly have my ideal hair. I have my ideal hair length. I successfully have my ideal hair length. I easily have my ideal hair length. I effortlessly have my ideal hair length. I have my ideal hair thickness. I successfully have my ideal hair thickness. I easily have my ideal hair thickness. I effortlessly have my ideal hair thickness. I have my ideal hair color. I successfully have my ideal hair color. I easily have my ideal hair color. I effortlessly have my ideal hair color. I have my ideal eyebrows. I successfully have my ideal eyebrows. I easily have my ideal eyebrows. I effortlessly have my ideal eyebrows. I have my ideal eyebrow thickness. I successfully have my ideal eyebrow thickness. I easily have my ideal eyebrow thickness. I effortlessly have my ideal eyebrow thickness. I have my ideal successfully have my ideal eyelash length. I easily have my ideal eyelash length. I effortlessly have my ideal eyelash length. I have my ideal eyes. I successfully have my ideal eyes. I easily have my ideal eyes. I effortlessly have my ideal eyes. I have my ideal eye size. I successfully have my ideal eye size. I easily have my ideal eye size. I effortlessly have my ideal eye size. I have my ideal irises. I successfully have my ideal irises. I easily have my ideal irises. I effortlessly have my ideal irises. I have my ideal iris size. I successfully have my ideal iris size. I easily have my ideal iris size. I effortlessly have my ideal iris size. I have my ideal nose. I successfully have my ideal nose. I easily have my ideal nose. I effortlessly have my ideal nose. I have my ideal nose size. I successfully have my ideal nose size. I easily have my ideal nose size. I effortlessly have my ideal nose size. I have my ideal nose width. I successfully have my ideal nose width. I easily have my ideal nose width. I effortlessly have my ideal nose width. I successfully have my ideal nose length. I easily have my ideal nose length. I effortlessly have my ideal nose length. I have my ideal ears. I successfully have my ideal ears. I easily have my ideal ears. I effortlessly have my ideal ears. I have my ideal ear size. I successfully have my ideal ear size. I easily have my ideal ear size. I effortlessly have my ideal ear size. I have my ideal cheeks. I successfully have my ideal cheeks. I easily have my ideal cheeks. I effortlessly have my ideal cheeks. I have my ideal mouth. I successfully have my ideal mouth. I easily have my ideal mouth. I effortlessly have my ideal mouth. I have my ideal lips. I successfully have my ideal lips. I easily have my ideal lips. I effortlessly have my ideal lips. I have my ideal teeth. I successfully have my ideal teeth. I easily have my ideal teeth. I effortlessly have my ideal teeth. I have my ideal tongue. I successfully have my ideal tongue. I easily have my ideal tongue. I effortlessly have my ideal tongue. I have my ideal chin. I successfully have my ideal chin. I easily have my ideal chin. I effortlessly have my ideal chin. I have my ideal jaw. I successfully have my ideal jaw. I easily have my ideal jaw. I effortlessly have my ideal jaw. I have my ideal jawline. I successfully have my ideal jawline. I easily have my ideal jawline. I effortlessly have my ideal jawline. I have my ideal neck. I successfully have my ideal neck. I easily have my ideal neck. I effortlessly have my ideal neck. I have my ideal shoulders. I successfully have my ideal shoulders. I easily have my ideal shoulders. I effortlessly have my ideal shoulders. I have my ideal arms. I successfully have my ideal arms. I easily have my ideal arms. I effortlessly have my ideal arms. I have my ideal arm length. I successfully have my ideal arm length. I easily have my ideal arm length. I effortlessly have my ideal arm length. I have my ideal forearm. I successfully have my ideal forearm. I easily have my ideal forearm. I effortlessly have my ideal forearm. I have my ideal wrists. I successfully have my ideal wrists. I easily have my ideal wrists. I effortlessly have my ideal wrists. I have my ideal hands. I successfully have my ideal hands. I easily have my ideal hands. I effortlessly have my ideal hands. I have my ideal hand size. I successfully have my ideal hand size. I easily have my ideal hand size. I effortlessly have my ideal hand size. I have my ideal palms. I successfully have my ideal palms. I easily have my ideal palms. I have my ideal finger length. I successfully have my ideal finger length. I easily have my ideal finger length. I effortlessly have my ideal finger length. I have my ideal nails. I successfully have my ideal nails. I easily have my ideal nails. I effortlessly have my ideal nails. I have my ideal torso. I successfully have my ideal torso. I easily have my ideal torso. I effortlessly have my ideal torso. I have my ideal torso length. I successfully have my ideal torso length. I easily have my ideal torso length. I effortlessly have my ideal torso length. I have my ideal waist. I successfully have my ideal waist. I easily have my ideal waist. I effortlessly have my ideal waist. I have my ideal waist size. I successfully have my ideal waist size. I easily have my ideal waist size. I effortlessly have my ideal waist size. I have my ideal hips. I successfully have my ideal hips. I easily have my ideal hips. I effortlessly have my ideal hips. I have my ideal hip size. I successfully have my ideal hip size. I easily have my ideal hip size. I effortlessly have my ideal hip size. I have my ideal legs. I successfully have my ideal legs. I easily have my ideal legs. I effortlessly have my ideal legs. I have my ideal leg length. I successfully have my ideal leg length. I easily have my ideal leg length. I effortlessly have my ideal leg length. I have my ideal thighs. I successfully have my ideal thighs. I easily have my ideal thighs. I effortlessly have my ideal thighs. I thigh size. I have my ideal thigh size. I successfully have my ideal thigh size. I easily have my ideal thigh size. I effortlessly have my ideal thigh size. I have my ideal knees. I successfully have my ideal knees. I easily have my ideal knees. I effortlessly have my ideal knees. I have my ideal shins. I successfully have my ideal shins. I easily have my ideal shins. I effortlessly have my ideal shins. I have my ideal calves. I successfully have my ideal calves. I easily have my ideal calves. I effortlessly have my ideal calves. I have my ideal ankles. I successfully have my ideal ankles. I easily have my ideal ankles. I effortlessly have my ideal ankles. I have my ideal feet. I successfully have my ideal feet. I easily have my ideal feet. I effortlessly have my ideal feet. I have my ideal toes. I successfully have my ideal toes. I easily have my ideal toes. I effortlessly have my ideal toes. I always get complimented. I easily always get complimented. I successfully always get complimented. I effortlessly always get complimented. I constantly get complimented. I easily constantly get complimented. I successfully constantly get complimented. I effortlessly constantly get complimented. I regularly get complimented. I easily regularly get complimented. I successfully regularly get complimented. I effortlessly regularly get complimented. I always get complimented every millisecond. I easily always get complimented every millisecond. I successfully always get complimented every millisecond. I effortlessly always get complimented every millisecond. I constantly get complimented every millisecond. I easily constantly get complimented every millisecond. I successfully constantly get complimented every millisecond. I effortlessly constantly get complimented every millisecond. I regularly get complimented every millisecond. I easily regularly get complimented every millisecond. I successfully regularly get complimented every millisecond. I effortlessly regularly get complimented every millisecond. I always get confessed to. I easily always get confessed to. I successfully always get confessed to. I effortlessly always get confessed to. I constantly get confessed to. I easily constantly get confessed to. I successfully constantly get confessed to. I effortlessly effortlessly constantly get confessed to. I regularly get confessed to. I easily regularly get confessed to. I successfully regularly get confessed to. I effortlessly regularly get confessed to. I always get confessed to every millisecond. I easily always get confessed to every millisecond. I successfully always get confessed to every millisecond. I effortlessly always get confessed to every millisecond. I constantly get confessed to every millisecond. I easily constantly get confessed to every millisecond. I successfully constantly get confessed to every millisecond. I effortlessly constantly get confessed to every millisecond. I regularly get confessed to every millisecond. I easily regularly get confessed to every millisecond. I successfully regularly get confessed to every millisecond. I effortlessly regularly get confessed to every millisecond. I always get confessions. I easily always get confessions. I successfully always get confessions. I effortlessly always get confessions. I constantly get confessions. I easily constantly get confessions. I successfully constantly get confessions. I effortlessly constantly get confessions. I regularly get confessions. I easily regularly get confessions. I successfully regularly get confessions. I effortlessly regularly get confessions. I always get confessions every millisecond. I easily always get confessions every millisecond. I successfully always get confessions every millisecond. I effortlessly always get confessions every millisecond. I constantly get confessions every millisecond. I easily constantly get confessions every millisecond. I successfully constantly get confessions every millisecond. I effortlessly constantly get confessions every millisecond. I regularly get confessions every millisecond. I easily regularly get confessions every millisecond. I successfully regularly get confessions every millisecond. I effortlessly regularly get confessions every millisecond. I always get love letters. I easily always get love letters. I successfully always get love letters. I effortlessly always get love letters. I constantly get love letters. I easily constantly get love letters. I successfully constantly get love letters. I effortlessly constantly get love letters. I regularly get love letters. I easily regularly get love letters. I successfully regularly get love letters. I effortlessly regularly get love letters. I always get love letters every millisecond. I easily always get love letters every millisecond. I successfully always get love letters every millisecond. I effortlessly always get love letters every millisecond. I constantly get love letters every millisecond. I easily constantly get love letters every millisecond. I successfully constantly get love letters every millisecond. I effortlessly constantly get love letters every millisecond. I regularly get love letters every millisecond. I easily regularly get love letters every millisecond. I successfully regularly get love letters every millisecond. I effortlessly regularly get love letters every millisecond. I always get gifts. I easily always get gifts. I successfully always get gifts. I effortlessly always get gifts. I constantly get gifts. I easily constantly get gifts. I successfully constantly get gifts. I effortlessly constantly get gifts. I regularly get gifts. I easily regularly get gifts. I successfully regularly get gifts. I effortlessly regularly get gifts. I always get gifts every millisecond. I easily always get gifts every millisecond. I successfully always get gifts every millisecond. I effortlessly always get gifts every millisecond. I constantly get gifts every millisecond. I easily constantly get gifts every millisecond. I successfully constantly get gifts every millisecond. I effortlessly constantly get gifts every millisecond. I regularly get gifts every millisecond. I easily regularly get gifts every millisecond. I successfully regularly get gifts every millisecond. I effortlessly regularly get gifts every millisecond. I always get gift cards. I easily always get gift cards. I successfully always get gift cards. I effortlessly always get gift cards. I constantly get gift cards. I easily constantly get gift cards. I successfully constantly get gift cards. I effortlessly constantly get gift cards. I regularly get gift cards. I easily regularly get gift cards. I successfully regularly get gift cards. I effortlessly regularly get gift cards. I always get gift cards every millisecond. I easily always get gift cards every millisecond. I successfully always get gift cards every millisecond. I effortlessly always get gift cards every millisecond. I constantly get gift cards every millisecond. I easily constantly get gift cards every millisecond. I successfully constantly get gift cards every millisecond. I effortlessly constantly get gift cards every millisecond. I regularly get gift cards every millisecond. I easily regularly get gift cards every millisecond. I successfully regularly get gift cards every millisecond. I effortlessly regularly get gift cards every millisecond. I always get money. I easily always get money. I successfully always get money. I effortlessly always get money. I constantly get money. I easily constantly get money. I successfully constantly get money. I effortlessly constantly get money. I regularly get money. I easily regularly get money. I successfully regularly get money. I effortlessly regularly get money. I always get money every millisecond. I easily always get money every millisecond. I successfully always get money every millisecond. I effortlessly always get money every millisecond. I constantly get money every millisecond. I easily constantly get money every millisecond. I successfully constantly get money every millisecond. I effortlessly constantly get money every millisecond. I regularly get money every millisecond. I easily regularly get money every millisecond. I successfully regularly get money every millisecond. I effortlessly regularly get money every millisecond. Everyone always asks me out. Everyone easily always asks me out. Everyone successfully always asks me out. Everyone effortlessly always asks me out. Everyone constantly asks me out. Everyone easily constantly asks me out. Everyone successfully constantly asks me out. Everyone effortlessly constantly asks me out. Everyone regularly asks me out. Everyone easily regularly asks me out. Everyone successfully regularly asks me out. Everyone effortlessly regularly asks me out. Everyone always asks me out every millisecond. Everyone easily always asks me out every millisecond. Everyone successfully always asks me out every millisecond. Everyone effortlessly always asks me out every millisecond. Everyone constantly asks me out every millisecond. Everyone easily constantly asks me out every millisecond. Everyone successfully constantly asks me out every millisecond. Everyone effortlessly constantly asks me out every millisecond. Everyone regularly asks me out every millisecond. Everyone easily regularly asks me out every millisecond. Everyone successfully regularly asks me out every millisecond. Everyone effortlessly regularly asks me out every millisecond. Everyone always asks me out on dates. Everyone easily always asks me out on dates. Everyone successfully always asks me out on dates. Everyone effortlessly always asks me out on dates. Everyone constantly asks me out on dates. Everyone easily constantly asks me out on dates. Everyone successfully constantly asks me out on dates. Everyone effortlessly constantly asks me out on dates. Everyone regularly asks me out on dates. Everyone easily regularly asks me out on dates. Everyone successfully regularly asks me out on dates. Everyone effortlessly regularly asks me out on dates. Everyone always asks me out on dates. Every millisecond. Everyone easily always asks me out on dates every millisecond. Everyone successfully always asks me out on dates every millisecond. Everyone effortlessly always asks me out on dates every millisecond. Everyone constantly asks me out on dates every millisecond. Everyone easily constantly asks me out on dates every millisecond. Everyone successfully constantly asks me out on dates every millisecond. Everyone effortlessly constantly asks me out on dates every millisecond. Everyone regularly asks me out on dates every millisecond. Everyone easily regularly asks me out on dates every millisecond. Everyone successfully regularly asks me out on dates every millisecond. Everyone effortlessly regularly asks me out on dates every millisecond. Everyone always gives me gifts. Everyone easily always gives me gifts. Everyone successfully always gives me gifts. Everyone effortlessly always gives me gifts. Everyone constantly gives me gifts. Everyone easily constantly gives me gifts. Everyone successfully constantly gives me gifts. Everyone effortlessly constantly gives me gifts. Everyone regularly gives me gifts. Everyone easily regularly gives me gifts. Everyone successfully regularly gives me gifts. Everyone effortlessly regularly gives me gifts. Everyone always gives me gifts every millisecond. Everyone easily always gives me gifts every millisecond. Everyone successfully always gives me gifts every millisecond. Everyone effortlessly always gives me gifts every millisecond. Everyone constantly gives me gifts every millisecond. Everyone easily constantly gives me gifts every millisecond. Everyone successfully constantly gives me gifts every millisecond. Everyone effortlessly constantly gives me gifts every millisecond. Everyone regularly gives me gifts every millisecond. Everyone easily regularly gives me gifts every millisecond. Everyone successfully regularly gives me gifts every millisecond. Everyone effortlessly regularly gives me gifts every millisecond. Everyone is in love with me. It's a well-known fact that everyone is in love with me. I am everyone's crush. It's a well-known fact that I am everyone's crush. Everyone has a crush on me. It's a well-known fact that everyone has a crush on me. Everyone is infatuated with me. It's a well-known fact that everyone is infatuated with me. Everyone is obsessed with me. It's a well-known fact that everyone is obsessed with me. Everyone is enamored with me. It's a well-known fact that everyone is enamored with me. Everyone adores me. It's a well-known fact that everyone adores me.